Has a precedent just been set regarding lab-grown diamonds? Well, Russia just answered Africa's call by adopting one of the strongest regulatory positions relating to the product. Beginning September 1st, retailers in Russia will be required to clearly identify lab-grown diamonds as synthetic on jewelry tags. They'll also be prohibited from using the word diamond in connection with synthetic stones, along with diamond grading terminology and descriptors such as natural, genuine, mined, and even eco-friendly. Perhaps most notably, synthetics will need to be measured in grams rather than carats. The ruling comes just days after the African Diamond Producers Association called for the 4Cs grading system and carat measurements to be reserved exclusively for natural diamonds, while proposing that lab-grown be labeled simply as synthetics. This has been an up and down issue in the trade for almost a decade now. De Beers argued when it launched its Lightbox lab-grown brand back in 2018 that lab-grown as a manufactured product should be given a quality assurance certificate rather than a grading report. But it later started to disclose the color and clarity of its Lightbox goods, and now De Beers is out of that lab-grown jewelry space altogether. The GIA, more significantly, had an even louder flip-flop, initially pushing the 4Cs in its lab-grown reports, and last year course-correcting, changing its reference of color and clarity on its reports to descriptive terms rather than the scales used for natural. The GIA explained the move was a response to the narrowing band of color and clarity lab-grown being produced as technology has improved. But there's something much deeper at play here, and that is the drive to distinguish between the two product categories. Terminology and nomenclature plays a big role in that. This story is not about Russia, it's whether regulators can affect such differentiation. France is another example where regulators insist on calling synthetics synthetics. And now the focus turns to the United States, where it counts the most. With the Federal Trade Commission's jewelry guide potentially up for review in 2028, will there be a push for similar measures to be implemented in the United States? Considering recent moves by the major players De Beers and the GIA, as well as Signet Jewelers' recent re-emphasis on natural, there may just be the political will within the industry to push for such change. I expect, or at least hope, this will be on the industry's agenda in the coming years. I'd love to hear your views. Can such a change be implemented in the United States? Leave a comment below, like and follow for more. That's your Diamond Minute. I'm Avi Kravitz. I'll see you next time.